So we're going to keep Xander up here for a second. Because the way that we actually met him was we went on tour last year to Scotland. And we had this amazing, amazing trip. And the whole reason for it was for this next tune that we're going to do. It's called MacPherson's Lament. And thank you. The thing is, there's a story that goes along with it. So if you bear with me, we'll get into that. And yeah, we're going to... Xander and his group opened for us when we went and played for the Clan MacPherson Museum. We held a benefit concert for them. And they didn't kick me out of the country afterwards, which was a good thing. This is the tale of James MacPherson, a man known to some as a thief, a vagabond, and a murderer. Still, he was known to others as just Jamie, a friend, a hero, and a savior. Aye, Jamie MacPherson was a son of bonny Scotland. And he'd steal from the rich and give back to the poor, and he quickly became a champion of the people. But unfortunately for Jamie, his heroic ways caught up with him, for he'd made many powerful enemies among the landowners and the upper class. And so one day, while he was just strolling into the market, they ambushed him, gave him a sham trial, and they sentenced him to hang beneath the gallows tree. Now, what you might not know about Jamie is that he was also one of the finest fiddlers and composers of his time. Even while he was sitting in his cell, with his beautiful wife just outside the door, he wrote his own lament, and he waited. Finally, when his fateful day had arrived and they led Jamie up to the gallows tree, they asked him if he had any final last words to share with all of his friends, his clansmen, who all gathered there to watch. So naturally, he played that very tune he'd just written the night before. And after he was finished playing, he asked if anyone would please take his most prized possession, his fiddle, and play that very tune at his wake the next day. But when none were brave enough to step forward and accept the gift, in a fit of rage and in true Scottish fashion, he gripped the fiddle in his hand, he smashed it on the head of the executioner, then he leapt off the platform with the noose still around his neck, so that his final act on this earth would be on his own terms. But there was one person who knew that tune, and that was his wife. And for the remainder of her days, she travelled around the countryside and she taught that tune to as many people as she could. Thanks to her, and every fiddler who's picked up the tune since then, were able to keep Jamie's story alive. Along with that story is Jamie's message. It's a simple one, but it's a powerful one at that. And that's that you have to stand up for what's right. And that you have to fight for those who are less fortunate than you. Even in your darkest hour, you find the strength, and you never, ever stop fighting for what you believe in. Detroit, I want you to say this next part with me. This is the tale of James MacPherson. Come on, let your Scottish ancestors hear you. Rattle their bones. This is the tale of James MacPherson. This is MacPherson's Lament.